Back to our top story. Dan Henninger is the deputy editorial page director of the Wall Street Journal. He's with us to talk about, well, the inevitability of Hillary Clinton as a 2016 Democratic presidential candidate. Somebody named Joe Biden says, hey, maybe not so fast, huh?
Well, at least his friends are saying maybe not so fast. And, I think it's a legitimate idea, John, the fact that the vice president can compete with Hillary Clinton. Make no mistake, she's the odds-on favorite, another historic presidency, potentially first woman to enter the White House. Nonetheless, the vice president has a lot of standing inside the Democratic Party. Secondly, if he or anyone is going to run against Hillary, they have to start raising money now, because she's out there basically giving speeches and, in effect, neutralizing the opposition, which mainly means neutralizing the donor base. She's the one who's got all the donors now coming her way. You've got to raise about $1 billion to run for the presidency now, John. And if Joe Biden is going to do that, he has to get out there and start tapping some of those donors himself.
But Hillary was the inevitable candidate last time around, and we know what happened.
2008, yeah, she was going to win, and then some fellow came out of left field, literally, named Barack Obama. Now, there's a story inside that, John. The Democratic left of the party has never really trusted Bill or Hillary Clinton. The idea that they triangulate, they have friends on Wall Street, they think they're too centrist. And their candidate was Barack Obama, and they helped him defeat Hillary back in 2008. And I don't think that distrust of the Clintons has gone away. Whether it would transfer to Joe Biden is an open question. But party professionals out in the, she's been flying around the world, a million miles, talking to heads of state. Joe Biden has spent the last 4 years traveling ceaselessly, talking to party officials and professionals at the state and local level. He has an enormous amount of goodwill out there in the country in the practicing Democratic Party.
There was that photo op a couple of weeks ago when Hillary Clinton, the former Secretary of State, went to visit her old boss at the White House, and they had lunch, I think, in the Rose Garden. But President Obama has sort of bragged about the fact that he and Joe Biden have lunch together all the time.
Yeah, well, the other big prize that's sitting out there for some candidate is the Obama re-election campaign organization, that huge database they have that's in there. And it's a big question whether those people are going to go to work for Hillary. Some already have. But I think some of them are going to probably get behind Joe Biden as well. They know him. They've worked with him for 4 years. The president, I think, probably will remain neutral. But I always have thought, John, that the relationship between Barack Obama and Hillary has always had a little bit of a love-hate process, too, because they competed intensely back in 2008.
Yeah, well, and one of the things that helped propel Barack Obama into the White House in 2008 was that he was this young, fresh face. Hillary Clinton is going to be 69 on Inauguration Day in 2016. Joe Biden is going to be 74.
Yeah, and they're both going to look like old politicians. They've been around a long time, whereas I think almost any Republican you can think of is going to be more youthful, going to be a fresher face. And at the national level, when the general election comes around, I think that's going to count for something. John, we are a long way from the general election in 2016. A lot of things can happen. The idea that Hillary is thought to be inevitable right now is almost too early. She could start boring people by the time 2016 comes around. So to keep that inevitability afloat without competition from, say, the vice president would be difficult. I think competition is going to be a good thing if he gets in.
And if I said 2016, I meant Inauguration Day 2017.
Yeah.
69 and 74 will be their respective ages.
Well, that's right. So it's a long way to go. A lot of things happen in American politics. Nothing is inevitable,
We
John.
saw that in 2008.
Exactly.
Daniel Henninger from the Wall Street Journal. Thank you.